Okay, great. I believe we can start. Um, Seeing that we are already 5 minutes in, so we'll start with a round of introduction. I will be your host for today, your moderator for the webinar. My name is Noratho. I'm part of the program team over at PAAN. I am joined with the Cvent team, who will represented by Kunal. And think briefly, I can just describe, to everyone who's joining who Kunal is, so that you know what to expect. And a big welcome to everyone and sparing time to join this session, and everyone across Africa and beyond. We're thrilled to have you with us for today's webinar. The topic is trend driven, tech powered, practical event management solutions for 2025. So um, today's session is in conjunction with our partners event, who are a global leader in event and hospitality technology that's transforming how organizations and teams plan, manage, and measure events. So Cvent is helping a lot of brands and agencies deliver exceptional event experiences at scale. So you can think around, some of the events you want to do, or some of the events that you've seen that you're hoping to one day be a part of, or be in the planning team. So this session is for you, and you'll gain a few insights on how you can use some tools and solutions for your event management. So leading today's session is Kunal Malhotra. He's a senior regional sales manager at on the event side at Cvent. So he has over 6 years of experience helping organizations across Africa and India leverage cutting edge event technologies. His expertise span between meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions. That's MICE. Market expansion, client engagement, and building smarter and more efficient event strategies. So today he'll take us through, the biggest event trends for 2025 and the coming years. 2025 has set sort of a trend in how, people create events, the experiences in events, which is a huge plus because a lot of people who attend events, are looking for an exceptional experience and something they can talk about after the fact. So he'll also, and most importantly, mention how to practically implement these trends to make your experience and your events more impactful. So feel free to ask questions in the chat as he takes us through his presentation and his insights. And also we have the Q&A section where we'll be posting a few questions, a few polls for you to engage with. So we encourage everyone to engage, and let's have this very insightful and very, informative. Over to you, Kanal, and welcome so much.
Thank you so much, Joy. Thank you. It's an honor to be here, and thank you everyone who's taken out the time from their schedules and who's present today with us during this webinar. Like Joy mentioned, we are going to cover a few things when it comes to events. I'm going to share my screen now, and without any further ado, let's get started. I hope my screen is visible to everybody now.
Yes,
Uh,
it is.
Perfect.
Wow.
Wonderful, great. So, today's session basically we are going to talk about tech driven and tech powered practical event management solutions for 2025. Before we get started, a quick poll. I'm sure all of you can see this poll on your screen. We'd love to hear from you about what event formats do you host throughout the year. There are three options. You can choose multiple options, but I think the max limit should be two. But feel free to give in your responses. This will give us an idea about what type of events are you currently hosting or you plan to host. Of course, the three formats: in person, which are physical traditional legacy events, and then there's virtual, which is online events. These rose to prominence when COVID happened, when the pandemic struck, but now it's become a part of our events. And hybrid, which is a combination of the above two, in person and virtual, a mix of both formats, is called hybrid. So it'll be great if you can let us know about what are your thoughts and what type of events do you host throughout the year. Perfect. Now, Once you've taken the poll, we can get started. So I know Joy has already introduced me, but I'll still showcase a quick slide about myself. As you can see, my name is Kunal Malhotra. I'm the Senior Regional Sales Manager at Cvent. I've been with the company for the past almost 7 years now, and I work and I am responsible for our business development initiatives across the African continent. That's a bit of a background about me, but we are going to talk about a few trends in today's presentation. We'll start with a few trends and then we'll jump into how technology can empower you, streamline and make your events seamless and smooth when it comes to management as well as providing attendee experience. Now, the first trend that we are observing across is growing importance of ROI. Basically, ROI has always been important, but now more than ever organizations have started to dig deep into the data and analytics in order to track the return on investment. And as organizations ramp up their event volumes, we see a corresponding rise in event spending as well. This trend is a testament to the value that events bring in terms of engagement and business growth. Further, we've seen that this is a stat survey that was done by our planning sourcing team, and it's a report that we generated for Middle East and Africa for this year for 2025. And event to ROI takes the center stage. As you can see, 25% of the planners believe that events return on investment is the most important KPI when measuring the success of your in-person events. So that's the importance of ROI, and that's the number one trending aspect of when it comes to event management currently. And I'm sure all of you agree and are aware of the importance of return on investment for your events. Second bit that I want to cover is personalization, and that too at scale, because personalization is no longer a luxury. It is an expectation. Initially it used to be a luxury, but now almost everybody expects personalization when it comes to events. And AI and data are opening new opportunities to deliver tailored experience at scale. This shift is transforming how we plan and execute events. To give you some understanding, why personalization is important. There are some pointers here that personalization optimizes resource investments, maximizes event relevance for attendees, and significantly boosts satisfaction and engagement. It's about making every attendee feel valued and understood at the same time. And why should events be any different these days? Personalization is everywhere. If you think about how Netflix recommends shows based on what you've already watched in the past, or Spotify, for example, the music app curates a playlist around your listening habits, or even e-commerce. If you think about Amazon as an e-commerce platform, or any other shopping website for that matter, they suggest products based on your previous searches and viewed products, or even your purchase history. And attendees demand similar tailored experience at events, anticipating curated agendas, relevant content, and meaningful connections that feel designed just for them, making them feel valued. And hence, personalization becomes a very important element in the current trend and how things are evolving in the event industry. Third point or trend, I'm sure all of us are aware of it: AI. We've seen the impact that AI has on everything and in our lives, and this includes events too. AI is becoming an indisposable tool for modern event professionals, providing smarter, more efficient ways to manage events. And this is again some stats. We did a survey, and there's a global report on AI as well from the event management market. As you can see, Africa's AI market is projected to grow from 4.5 billion in 2025 currently to 16.5 billion by 2030. So that's more than four times the return or increase within the span of 4 5 years. And this is according to a report from Statista. So combine that with a global stat on AI in event management, the market targeted to grow from USD 1.8 billion, which was back in 2023, to USD 14.2 billion by 2023, which is a span of 10 years, and the increment is exponential. This clearly indicates the growing importance of artificial intelligence, not just across business functions, but specifically in event management. There is a link to these reports, which I'll be sharing with you. But those are some interesting, stats, and also resonate with the importance of AI in daily lives, specifically in the event industry as well. Now, trend number four, I know I gave you a sneak peek already by mistake, but trend number four is prioritizing sustainability. Policies around sustainability and accessibility are actively evolving, and attendees expect compliant events, compliant venues, hotels. Naturally, organizations and their event programs are following suit. So all the organizations these days want to be carbon zero, carbon negative, and they want to make sure that everything that they do is sustainable, and that's why sustainability is one of the important trends. Again, according to a Cvent Planner sourcing report, Middle East Africa edition for this year, 2025, 25% of the event planners surveyed in South Africa are concerned about maintaining a commitment to sustainability for their meetings and events program this year. Sustainability is no longer an event trend; it must it's a must when it comes to business events and meetings across Africa, all the way. It's more reason for you as an event planner, marketeer, or even an organizer on the call today to start incorporating sustainability best practices in your events for 2025 as well as beyond. So sustainability comes at number four, and the trend number five that we are going to talk about is primary focus on attendee experience. Now, attendee experience is something that impacts the event directly. Attendee experience was and never should be an afterthought. Whether you're a planner, organizer, or marketeer, your event should revolve around the needs and expectations of your attendees. And let me validate this with some more interesting statistics in the coming slides. So if you can see here, attendee experience is the top priority. 47% of the planners agree that attendee feedback is most important KPI to measure the success of an event. And 39% agree that attendee engagement is most important KPI to measure event success. So you can see how important it is. These are big numbers, and these reports again are curated through our Cvent planning sourcing report for Middle East and Africa, specifically to South Africa within the continent. But the trend pretty much is the same across different countries, not just in Middle East and Africa, but also across the globe. Attendee experience is a top priority for most of the planners and event organizers. Now that we've covered the latest events trends, and what you should be prepared for in the years to come, let's zoom out a bit and take a bird's eye view on why all these trends are important. We are in a $1 trillion industry, and this is just the starting point globally. The spend on business events is projected to grow even further, reaching an estimate of $2.5 trillion by 2035. So it's safe to say that we are in an incredibly exciting space with strong momentum and massive growth opportunities as well. But here is something we need to consider. Are you, as an event planner, equipped with the right resources or even a tech stack to grow alongside this rise in demand? So that is something that you need to ask yourself. But when you look at why companies invest heavily in events, it's because of these stats. uh, just you see why spend so much on events, and how valuable it is. Studies from industry analysts show that around 25% of today's marketing program budgets are being allocated for events, and hence there is a high investment because the returns are higher and the conversion channels are bigger, and events are embraced because events deliver results. Increasingly, however, we are being asked to prove the ROI from events, and these questions or asks are getting louder. And now that profitability, in addition to revenue growth, are in top of the mind with the C-suite, it is important, that events become the main element of your marketing efforts. This is for corporates, associations, non-profits, educational institutes, any kind of organization that does demand generation or drives their marketing through various channels. Events are the number one in from those channels. Now, what's going to be on our in our minds? What are our biggest challenges? ROI, we've discussed enough about it. How do we get that ROI? That's one of the challenge. You need to know how can you get the ROI. Engagement, on the other hand, or return on your relationships is another challenge. Measuring the quality of these relationships that have been generated on events or at the events. And the third one, of course, is data and lead generation. Now, again, just a quick poll. Uh, what is your biggest challenge when it comes to organizing events? It'll be great if you can let us know about that. There are some options here, and it's a single choice question. You'll get 30 seconds, so we really appreciate your response. As you can see, there are some options like attracting quality attendees to your event is a challenge, keeping your attendees engaged is a challenge, lack of accurate ROI reporting insights might be a challenge, lack of budget or operational challenges like staff, venue, technology. Do let us know your thoughts. What are the challenges that you foresee? And we'll be going through this polls, and it'll be helpful for us to understand your requirements as well. Perfect. Now, if you've taken these polls, let's move on. Now, of course, I wanted to speak about all these trends and the challenges, and how the times to come are going to be exciting and filled with a lot of opportunities and growth for the industry as a whole. But how does Cvent fit into this picture? That is something that I'll be talking about now on for the next 20-25 minutes. And as Joy had mentioned initially, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat box, and we'll be we will try and answer those questions towards the end of this presentation. But wonderful. I've got the poll results of the polls that were taken, and I see the maximum number of votes have gone to lack of budget. The second has been operational challenges like staff, venue, technology. And then the third one is keeping your attendees engaged. These are great insights, and absolutely we'll chime on it on these points through this presentation. Great. So coming back to how does Cvent fit in the picture? Traditionally, what we have seen, every organization that manages events have vendors. In other words, vendors will give you one solution to solve one problem. So what you end up with is fragmented process and technologies. In short, a disjointed system. For example, you have one tool for webinar, you have another for on-site registrations, you use Google Forms or maybe some other sort of online registration collection system to process your registrations, MailChimp or something similar to send invitations or any communications related to event. And then maybe you manage hotel and travel manually. So these are different elements, and you have to work with different vendors or different tools, and it becomes a little challenging because more time is consumed, more teams are involved, and then reporting or analytics is located in different systems, which needs to become one towards the end, and that involves a lot of hours and sometimes weeks and months of time to reconcile or collate that data. Whereas with Cvent, uh, you know, uh, we offer a solution that accommodates any type of events from A to Z, from sourcing and securing the event venues, designing and launching an event website, inviting your attendees, collecting registrations, providing a virtual platform for all attendees to network, manage their agenda, or a mobile app, for people to maybe participate in live polls and ask questions from their phones. In addition to this, we also offer QR code scanning to track attendance at the day of the event, badge printing if that's a requirement. And on top of this, we also have integrations capability to your CRMs or back office systems so that all the data that you're capturing is in a single place and can be flown from this place to your back office system or CRMs. So the whole journey is covered in one platform. That's essentially what Cvent does. Cvent platform can be used to support all types of events of all shapes and sizes, which you'll see in the coming slides, from small internal meetings, and your road shows maybe, to your large conferences and galas. Cvent offers many different solutions to help you address all your event needs. And it's also worth noting that Cvent's technology can support both events that you host as well as the events that you attend, for example, like trade show programs or exhibitions. So regardless of the event, we've got you covered. And just some numbers here to give you background about the organization as a whole. Like Cvent, we started in the year 1999, so it's been more than 25 years that we've been in existence, and that's the longest that any event technology company has been around. Across the globe, Cvent has a team of 5,000 plus staff. These are located in different locations: United States, India, Middle East, Singapore, London, Germany, Australia, and some other locations as well. All in all, Cvent is currently working with more than 24,000 unique organizations, and these organizations utilize one or the other services that Cvent offers to power their events program. And all of this is made possible because of a big team of technology and product who keep on working on our product updates, upgrades, to make sure all our clients get a solution that is ahead of the curve. And in addition to the software, of course, we also provide you with top notch customer support. So we have around about 1,800 customer support, and all our clients get a 24/7 customer support line. So it doesn't matter if it's a weekend or a weekday or a public holiday or late hours, you can always connect with someone to get your how to questions answered. Till date, since 1999, we've powered more than 7.4 million events, and hence I can proudly say that we know how the event industry is trending. What you need based on your requirements. The solution that we suggest is more like a consultation that we are providing you. And just to give you an idea about how Cvent powers events, there's a quick video that I'm going to play now, and you can take a look at this video, and we'll talk about other things as well. So that's a quick overview into how Cvent can power your events. But as I'll talk about some things throughout this presentation today, let's get back to the Cvent wheel, where we will explore how event technologies can help you. Uh, not just from a planner perspective, but also from an attendee perspective as well. And we'll break this down into three forms: pre-event, during your event, as well as post-event. So let's get started. First of all, the pre-event element, let's take it as a journey. Uh, just a quick poll again. How many of you plan seated events like gala dinners and award ceremonies or conferences? How many of you do those kind of events? Just let us know if you do those events or not, yes or no, and that would really help us out understanding what type of events you are planning currently. Again, there are like 20-25 seconds for you to participate in this poll, and we'd really appreciate your responses. Great. So while the answers come in, I'll move on, and I'd like to showcase a quick video, and I'll walk you through how the pre-event element can be powered using Cvent platform. It includes multiple different elements which are covered under our system. So let's start with the video. As you can see, the first thing Cvent does is can send communications, RSVP, emails, and then we can also assist you in creating a fully customizable website for based on your company's branding or your client's company branding. You can set up various tabs for them to browse the sessions and speakers while also providing more details on your event venue, sponsors, exhibitors, travel and housing, local attractions, anything that you want. We also support multilingual websites, which means your attendees can choose to view the page in English, French, Spanish, maybe different types of languages if you're doing a multilingual event. Our dynamic registration flow allows you to ask custom questions according to registration types of your guest, basically the category that they select, if they're a speaker, sponsor, etc. Plus, you can also pre-populate the fields, including guest registrations, group registrations, as well as have different agenda that people can pick and choose from. We also support ticketing and payment processing, so your attendees can select and purchase ticket options on the same registration page. Additionally, they can also fill in their flight and travel and hotel details. So you can arrange for travel and housing in a streamlined manner without having to chase these people, give them calls and understand their travel plans. Once the registration is complete, your attendees will receive an email confirmation like it's visible on the screen with a unique QR code, which they can use and scan on the day of the event to check in for your event. And what this does is allows you to track attendance on the day. So that's the pre-event element. Another element in the pre-event aspect, in addition to what you've seen, which is emails, website, registration, payment processing, and confirmation, is pre-event engagement. So a lot of time what happens is you launch your registrations a couple of months ahead of the event start date, and the person who registers, let's say 30-35 days prior to your event, almost becomes disengaged from the event. So, in order to keep them engaged, we have given you a platform which we like to call as the Attendee Hub. Before and during your event, attendees can log into the web experience of or the event application option where they're able to see the overall agenda and sessions that they have signed up for. More information about the speakers, they can also browse various exhibition booths. They can look at the content that you've enabled on this attendee hub module. In fact, they can also send one-on-one messages to other delegates who have registered. There are a lot of filters that can allow them to narrow down their schedules, check out speaker profiles, locations of each and every session. If it's a virtual event, you can also have recordings of the event later on after the event, and people can look at these recordings as well. And like I said, one-on-one messaging, one-on-one appointment scheduling can also be enabled in this engagement tool. Connection requests can be sent out. So what this does basically, in the days leading up to the event, you can push notifications on the mobile app. People can be kept engaged. Networking opportunities can be provided, and each and every action that they take on this platform gets recorded. Even if it's going on an exhibitor page and looking at their video or downloading one of their documents, all of this data is captured in the system so that after the event, you can look at the engagement score or behavior of these attendees and understand who were the top engaged attendees, and maybe you can share this with your clients or you can share it with your sales team to follow up with these attendees after the event. So that's the pre-event element that we can provide you with. Again, there's a quick video that I'd like to play for you. This is basically a video that will give you a glimpse of initiatives that we are taking in resonation with the buzzing AI, artificial intelligence. We call it Cvent IQ, but you'll see a lot of things that are on the roadmap and slated to be launched towards end of the year or early next year. And it'll give you a good idea about how a lot of things can be automated. And we spoke about one of the important trends, trend number two, which was AI driven events. And this video will give you a glimpse of how Cvent is bringing that into effect. So Cvent IQ essentially allows you to create events, get descriptions of your events through chatbots that we've provided you. You can get description for your sessions. You can even tell the system to run reports for you based on the data that has been captured during your events and many other things as a part of this initiatives that is having a lot of AI element in it. As you can see, our AI assistant helps you elevate event content that resonates quickly, generates large amount of content, promotes consistent messaging, even when the created events are by multiple people. Still, you can keep it consistent. We empower you to make full use of our AI assistants when crafting registration pages or even the mobile app and your virtual events like a video content library or venue sourcing as well. So it covers pretty much everything that one needs. So that all covers our pre-event element, everything that you'd be doing in the days leading up to the event by sending out invitations, creating a website, collecting registrations, keeping your attendees engaged, sending them confirmation emails, and so on. Now let's take the second step, which is on the day of the event, at event, what all happens on the day of the event. We'll talk about that now. I'll start with a quick video to give you a glimpse of how the event day can be can look like. So that's how Cvent powers your on the day of the event check-in and attendance tracking. There are multiple ways which you can utilize for this. But moving forward, different types of badges. They spoke about badge printing. So we've got multiple types of badges. However, we've noticed that the most preferred is the sustainable non-tearable paper, where you don't even need plastic sleeves. Simply attach it to a lanyard and the attendees are good to go. So we can talk more about this. Of course, this depends on the kind of events that you're planning and the kind of format your event has, and the solutions need to be tailored to your requirement. Of course, we have different options like tear resistance, PVC, sustainable color paper, as well as direct thermal black and white badge printing as well. This image that you're looking at might be familiar to you. I'm sure a lot of you organize events and they have a registration counter or a desk. This is from one of the event that's even managed in Singapore at the Marina Bay Sands Hotel, and it really gave the peace of mind to the planners. Didn't impact the audience. There were no queues lining up. It was a pretty smooth experience. So this is the kind of experience that we want all of you all to have at the events that you organize. Now, to keep it simple, of course, we are a software company at the forefront, and we do have hardware to help you support your badging needs for any events that you're planning. Cvent has launched a service delivery model called Event in a Box, where we have pre-configured set of iPads, printers, routers ready for you to set up independently or even fly around with across the globe. Whenever you're doing events in different cities, all you have to do is as an event planner is to pick the box which is suitable for your event size. You can rent it or purchase it, receive a few hours of training by a event expert, and it's a very simple to configure system, so it doesn't require you to be a technical person. It's a pretty easy to configure and use, and we make things easy, cost effective for you with this simple service model, and simplifying things further for you by using thermal printers, so that these printers basically print on heat technology, and hence you never run out of ink. So that's something that can benefit you. Again, the application that we offer is called Cvent on Arrival, and it's available on App Store and Play Store, so can be used in any Android or iOS device. The beauty of our check-in software is that it integrates all the information from the registration. Anybody who registers online on the Cvent powered event registration, their details automatically get synced with the check-in app, so you don't have to do any manual uploads, and you're able to see the whole list of events that you're running, such as product seminars, conferences, gala dinners, and many others. Browse a quick dashboard of the attendance, whether you're at the conference venue or maybe in your office or at your home or even out of country. You have the access to look at the numbers real time from the backend. You can even run this system offline. We've seen that a lot of times at venues, internet connections are not available or maybe are not stable. So all you need to do is install this app while your device is connected to the internet, and on the day of the event you can check people in. It'll still allow you to check in without the internet, and the reports will get updated in the backend once your device is again connected to the internet. uh, in addition to all of this, we also provide you or enable you to send SMS alerts. These can be sent both to, let's say, the planner or to the guests. So, let's say a VIP has arrived and you want one of the planners to be notified who's supposed to go and greet them or receive them at the entry. All of that can be done. But yeah, that's what the Cvent on arrival app does. Now that we've covered your check-in needs, let's take a look at some engagement tools like the Cvent event application. This is an example of the SMS that we spoke about. SMS functionality in the check-in process. When someone arrives, planner alerts can be sent, and attendee alerts can also be sent on messages. Talking about the Cvent mobile app, it's available both on iOS and Android, and it's an app as well as a web browser experience. So covers pretty much all the boxes. This is where your attendees will be able to see a customized agenda according to the sessions that you've put in place. They have also got a browser form of the app. In case people don't want to download the app, they can always open it up on their phone browsers, on their computers, and scroll through different content like videos, PDFs, participate in polls, look at the maps. Everything of that sort is doable. The application also has some great networking opportunities, and like I said, it tracks the activities of everyone. Whatever they're doing, be it you can send push notifications, share the interactive maps for people to know where is the session happening, where is the ballroom located, and activity feed as well. In terms of engagement and networking, you can allow people to go through the list of people who are attending the event, open their profile, send them one-on-one messages, or even set up an appointment with them. The appointments can be restricted to the time frames that you've made available. So all in all, your event app can increase event engagement dramatically through live poll surveys, Q&As, even gamification for that matter. But after your event, you can opt to keep the content online so that people can get a recap or continue engaging with the people even after the event. And it basically tracks the entire journey of your event. That's something that is not easily available. That's something that we provide. And you'll see that the whole ecosystem plays greatly to your advantage as you can nurture your relationships deeper with your clients, keep your attendees engaged around the year, and have a robust reporting in place to better strategize on your next events, for your speakers, for your sessions, everything. So that's what the application can do for you. Now, the last bit that I'm going to cover, and we're not far away from completing the presentation and opening the floor for question and answers. I see there are some questions in the chat already, I guess, but just a few more slides. I'm going to cover the post event element now. Basically, what happens after your event is over. We provide you with a lot of insights and analytics. Even platform has all attendee touch points covered, and you can pull them back in one centralized reporting where you're seeing what you're seeing here is example of attendee journey report, shows each one of those touch points for an individual attendee. We also have variety of reports which can be templatized, so you can save them and you don't need to create these reports every time. It's all saved, so you can just simply open these reports, and you can also track things like how was your first event compared to your next event. So we have cross event reporting. You can track how many registrations were captured and a lot of other things. Who are these people? On which day did they register? And so on and so forth. So it's a complete analytics and reporting, including your revenue generation for paid events, the trends of how the registrations are going on, and so on and so forth. So reporting is one of the main thing, and this was one of the trends that we spoke about the very first, proving the ROI or tracking the ROI for your events. And our reporting and analytics system allows you to track the return on your investment that you've made on your events. So that's something that we are very proud of. And there are hundreds of different reports that can be sliced and diced, and you can export them into an Excel sheet on a single click. Uh, you can also create your own custom reports if required. Moving on, one of the important things that we want to cover is planner efficiency. We want you to be efficient. We don't want you to spend hours and hours on things, and be quick in setting up and working on your events. Hence, we provide you with a capability to clone events. So you can, once you've created an event, you can simply clone it for your future events. This is the last segment. So this is a quick sort of a snippet that is going on the screen. As you can see, it shows you how the life looks like from an event administrator who's working on the Cvent platform. You create an event, add some basic details, and the system creates a skeleton or a shell of an event from which you can then do these actions, that you can add the features that you want to include in your event. You're simply able to create different templates for different events, whether it's in-person conference or a hybrid event. Fill out key details and create a website using our drag and drop functionality. There's no coding required. There is an AI writing assistance that can assist you get good descriptions on simple prompts, and so on and so forth. But I think the video got paused. I'll share this presentation after our call today, so that you can look at these videos once again and get an understanding of how the platform works. But we also have integrations capabilities. We do have out of the box as well as custom integrations. Globally used renowned CRMs like Salesforce, Marketo, HubSpot, and some others have out of the box integration. So it's sort of like a plug and play. However, if you have a local in-house platform like in-house built CRM, then we do provide our API endpoint access, and you can connect them with your CRMs for the data to flow from Cvent to your CRMs. Lastly, why Cvent? Like I said, there are 24,000 plus organizations who use Cvent to power their events, and the reason for that is great customer support that we offer. We have a dedicated account management team. So once our clients come on board, we have multiple layers of support and people who work with them closely to ensure that they're adapting to our technology as well as utilizing it to its fullest. We have a community in which you can engage with our support teams, other clients who are using Cvent. So there can be a success group that can engage that you can engage with, and so on and so forth. And finally, a very important element or aspect, and one of the last things that I want to discuss on today's presentation is the security aspect, because in today's world, data is like money. It has to be very secure. Data privacy, data security, these are some pillars and foundations that each company needs to give special importance to. And hence, Cvent can proudly say that we have all the compliances essential: SOC Type 2, ISO certifications, GDPR, Saudi Arabia Personal Data Protection Law, CCPA, California Consumer Protection Act, and various other compliances to ensure that all our clients have the required comfort and peace of mind, knowing that the data is somewhere safe and there is nothing to worry about. And that is why 77% of the Fortune 1000 companies are using Cvent across the globe. So that's what I wanted to cover. If you feel this platform resonates with your requirements, you feel there is a synergy, you feel that this can help you streamline your events and make life easy for you, do share this QR code. Scan this QR code on your devices. Fill out the form and book a personalized demo with our team. That'll be a tailored presentation based on your requirements specifically, and not everything that you've seen. However, if you need everything that you've seen, we can set up a presentation and cover all of those points as well. But I'd like to open the floor for any questions that you may have. I'll go through. How can I think there are some questions, so I'm just going to quickly speak about them. So I think Bradley asked a question. I'm curious to find out how optimized the tool is. Can I ask the AI similar questions when I'm here in Kenya and get the best recommendations? Absolutely, yes. Bradley, yes, the AI can provide you with answers, but these questions, I would recommend it to keep them related to your events. Let's say that you're doing an event on AI, for example. So you can just give it a prompt and ask for a description that you can put on your website. It'll share a prompt to you. But a lot of things within the platform can be automated, Bradley. So if you want the system to run a particular specific report for you, that can be done. You can have a AI assistant chatbot on the website. So attendees, if they're looking for some information about your event, instead of reaching out to you or calling or sending an email, there can be a bot on the website where they can present their questions. Muriti asked a question: how can I access Event IQ? Well, Event IQ is a part of our registration system and the platform. So once you sign up, you'll have access to the Cvent IQ as well. A lot of things that we showcased in the Cvent IQ are still on roadmap, and they'll be launched closer to end of this year. And some of the things will be launched early next year, and some of the things have already been launched and are being used by a lot of our clients. But a way to access it is to come on board with Cvent and using the platform. Maureen asks a question: hope we will get a recording of this webinar. Absolutely, yes, Maureen. We will be sharing a recording, and I think Joy has already answered that. Uh, Leah Van Collar has asked a question. Data protection privacy, is Popia covered? Yes, Popia is covered. In fact, we are working with the likes of Equity Bank or Equity Group in Kenya, the likes of Investec and Johannesburg Stock Exchange in South Africa. So we are working with these big financial organizations, institutes, conglomerates, and they have a strict sort of security review, data privacy, data protection. So you can imagine if you're able to work with them and check mark all their requirements, we can help you as well. If you have a specific list of questions, Leah, especially, let's say if your team has a checklist that, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? Just let us know and we'll let you know step by step that yes, which are the things that are available. And yes, to answer in short, Popia is covered for South Africa. These are some great questions. Please let me know if you have any other question. We still have 2 minutes remaining on the clock. Any other questions, thoughts, feedback, anything? Happy to understand. Great. I'm guessing there are not a lot of questions now. So you can expect the recording to be sent to you very soon. But I'll pass it over to Joy to conclude the webinar today.
Yes, thank you so much, Kunal. Thank you for sharing your insights, your knowledge on Cvent and the event management solutions. I believe everyone here has gained information that they didn't have before, and insights and practical insights basically on how to do better in the coming months, years in regards to the event that they personally host. So what we will do after the call, or rather after the webinar, is we'll send the recording over to everyone's emails. We'll also send the next steps. If you want to get a one-on-one session with Cvent and the team, we'll send you the link to your personal emails for you to book a session with them, and just the next steps on how also PAN we can assist, to support you in this partnership and endeavor. We hope we've given enough time for everyone to ask questions. Thank you, Leah. Thank you, Maureen, and thank you, Bradley. And thank you, Kunal, as well. So I think we are right on the mark in terms of time. And yeah, I think for the members and attendees who've joined, if you're not a PAN member, this is an encouragement for you to join so that you can, you can get connected to such partners who have really up to date solutions that can impact your business. So if you would, of course, if you would want to get more assistance, you'll just let us know and we'll be happy to support. We have a few other activities lined up, and we'll be sharing the calendar of events as well to see, what's next and how you can get valuable insights and tools on different areas of your of operations in your organization. But so far, so good. And once again, a huge thank you to Cvent and the team for partnering with us on today's session, and to all of you for taking the time to join. Until next time, let's keep building Africa's borderless creative future together, and let's work together to help each other grow. I think that's all from our side. Have a lovely afternoon or morning, depending on where you're from. And thank you once again, Kunal.
Thank
Uh,
you.
thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day and the rest of the week. Take care. Bye bye.
You too. Bye bye.